So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Oh, yesterday I had a really funny conversation. Somebody was saying, "Oh, so you're going to pause until January?" And I was like, "No, no, no, no. There's pause, not a pause." So we're here, the 1st of December, as always, doing our thing with pause. And yeah, no, we're not pausing. We are doing pause. It's kind of like a statement, a remedy for the whole thing that goes on, the busy fullness that happens. We're going into the deep, settled awesomeness of the yum on our mat and the resource it provides for us. I just got a text from Tanya in South Africa, who's with us every day. And yeah, she was saying that she's really enjoyed Nourish. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the last week as well, being down on the floor, and we shall continue. So it's going to be on the floor this morning, neck and shoulders. I had a request yesterday for neck and shoulder stuff. So, yes, we are on it. So, come lie on your back and we shall begin. We shall begin our last class of Nourish. Great. Good. Super. Come. Lying on your back. Unpack your shoulders. So, right shoulder, left shoulder. And just bring your arms wide and out into a T. And then reach as far as you can out into your fingertips. Make space for yourself so that you're really not bumping into anything. And that you have this feeling that you could go even further because you have the space to go. And then let your shoulders drop and rest. So I'm kind of hovering, but I'm still touching the floor. But because I reach, the gesture of reaching has a little bit of elevation in it in my arms, or there's a slight up. Reach again out into your fingertips as wide as you can, and then rest. So then reach out into the right arm. And as you reach into the right arm, almost feel like you're trying to pull from the left shoulder into your right arm. Like, how do you reach even more into that right arm as you rest here on the floor with your arms in a T? And then relax. And then how do you reach into the left shoulder, left hand from the right side or from the deep of the front of your chest? Or where does it reach from? Better question. And then rest. And then both. Rest. And then just travel from side to side, reaching deeply into the right arm. How far can you reach? Relax. Reach deeply into the left arm. How far can you reach? And relax. Right arm reaches. Relax. Left arm reaches. And relax. Nice. Turn your palms face down. And really push your palms into the floor. Feel what that does to your shoulders. Turn your palms to face the ceiling and then back to front. So it's like I roll towards my thumbs. My baby fingers are in the air and they're trying to turn all the way back to front. Nice. So just roll that complete journey. Palms face down. Maybe even go a little bit further so your baby finger edge lifts and then palms back to front. And your baby finger edge is trying to get down to the floor. How do you do this? How do you roll the biggest roll of your hands, flip-flopping across the floor like little fish? How do you do this? Nice. Just get a sense of the rolling of your spine or the movement in your spine as you do this. My head is helping my arms move. Nice. So then turn one hand one way and the other hand the other way. So my left palm has gone up, my right palm has gone down, and then the other. Right palm up, left palm down. And when I do this, notice how your head begins to oscillate a little bit from side to side. There is a movement. So the palm that's going upwards, my head is traveling a tiny bit in that direction. Exaggerate that movement. So as your palm goes up, turn and look towards that palm. Nice. Let that rest and then just rock your knees from side to side. As you rock, as you drop down one way and then the other way, feel that in the deep of your belly. How do the threads of you connect? Oh, how do you move through honey as you glide from one side to the other? Nice. Come back to center. From here, reach up towards the ceiling, interlock your fingers, and then try and lift your arms as high up towards the ceiling as you can. And then roll like there's a clock between your shoulder blades. And to do that, I'm going to roll my hands in a big circle up towards the ceiling. And so if I make it just a circle between my shoulder blades, my hands are smaller. Or if I try and make it so that it's up into my shoulders as well, then it's a bigger circle. Notice how the bigger circle changes something else. Small circle, what does that do? Well, then big circle, what does that do? Well, then change. Small circle in the other direction. And then big circle. I have this feeling like my shoulders land on the floor, like I have a Star Wars image in my head. A small circle, and then big circle. Super cool. So lift your feet up in the air and bend your knees. And then rock your knees towards the right and reach your arms a little bit towards the left. So zombie twist, but your hands are connected. And so how far you can bend one elbow if you wish to help you counterweight your knees. So as you rock, you can bend your elbow. And just feel that. How do you counterweight and find the moment of balance at the end of the movement? It's interesting. When this focus on nourishment, on how do I nourish myself, I've really come out of the month feeling like I could do a lot better. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm left with a feeling of, yeah, I could do a lot better than what I'm doing right now. And just really, what kind of plans do I have in place? What kind of intentions do I have in place? What do I intend about my nourishment as time goes on? And you, as you do your zombie twist, what's the sense of your feeling as you come out of the month of Nourish? Straighten your legs and do the same thing. Oh, maybe we'll leave our hands apart because that way the hand can drop down a little bit more. Wow, this is tricky. You have to go much slower. How do you rock your feet one way, arms the other way? Super. Bring your feet to the floor. We did this yesterday. It was very yummy. So interlock your fingers behind the back of your head. Bring your knees together. Roll over onto your left side. Both knees are over, both elbows are over towards the left side. And my hands are interlocked behind my head. And now just draw the right shoulder and elbow all the way down towards the floor. And then come back. Nice. Right shoulder, right elbow down. And then come back. All right, shoulder down. Come back. All right, shoulder down, pause there, knees are wide, and then just move into the chop knee of gliders. So keep your shoulders wide and let the right leg travel forward and backwards into the glider movement. So foot travels back as far as it can go, knee travels up as high as it'll go. And the whole time I'm trying to focus on that right shoulder getting heavier, more connected. So I'm creating movement in the torso to create more ability in my right shoulder. So as your foot travels towards the right, lean into that moment just a little bit more. Feel the struggle, and then come back up. And then feel the struggle, and come back up. Nice. Other side. Come back to center. Hands are behind the back of your head. Feet are together. Knees are together. Roll over to your right side. And then draw your left elbow back, left shoulder back. And then come all the way back up. Left elbow back, left shoulder back. Come all the way back. Left elbow back, left shoulder back. And coming up. Nice. All the way wide with your shoulders. Pause there, left shoulder's moving down. And then chop with your left knee forward and backwards. And really exaggerate or lean into the foot traveling towards the left a little bit more. So there's this moment of intensity as I balance my torso to create more mobility. So I have to stabilize and lengthen at the same time. Nice. Come all the way back up to center. Super cool. Come land over onto your belly. So we're all about shoulders today. So lying on your belly, your knees are, legs are long, your elbows are bent, and you're resting your hand on the back of, no, your head on the back of your hands. And just pause there. Let your elbows widen. Rock your pelvis a little bit. Nice. And then bring your right arm long beside you so it's resting on the floor and it's just touching the side of my right hip. Turn your head towards the left. So I'm looking down along the left elbow, left arm, and then lift your left arm and torso up. And then come all the way down. So my right arm is long beside me. I'm looking at my left elbow and I'm lifting it high. And then coming down. Relax when you're all the way down. Rising up. And down. And rising up. And down. Nice. One last time. Rising up. Pause on the up. Remember, don't be at your maximum. And all the way down. Nice. Both hands underneath your forehead. Pause there. And then bring your left arm long beside you so your hand is resting beside your hip on the floor. Turn your head to look down along that right elbow, right arm. And then lift. All the way down. Relax. Lift. All the way down. Lift. All the way down. Relax. Next time you lift, pause. Breathe into it. Nice. All the way down. Stretch both arms long, straight out above your head so they're resting on the floor. And then you're going to do opposites. It's yoga swimming, they call this. So lift the right arm, left leg up, lower it down, and then left arm, right leg up. Let your head lift with your arm, and let your head lift. One more time each side. Super cool. Come sit on your bum with your legs out long in front of you. Super. Just roll your shoulders, big circles. I just feel that through the shoulder blades. I feel my collarbones are really mobilized because of those movements we just did. And then in the other direction. Nice. So right arm, reach it forward towards the left foot. Pull it back into lawnmower as far back as it'll go. Right arm forward, left foot. Right elbow back, pull it deeply back. So feel what your shoulder's doing here. You can close your eyes to create mobility or a connection in the shoulder. Nice. Other side. Left elbow comes back. Forward. Left elbow comes back. Always with these movements, only make movements to you. And so sometimes you'll start to notice that after a few movements that things become a little bit more intense. So slow things down, or remember in the future, oh, Shoulders, I have to attend to something a little bit more rather than going gung-ho. So you're looking for sustainability of movement. Nice, come all the way back to center. So we're gonna do wing chop. So right hand comes up, fingers are beside the side of your face, and pull your elbow back really deeply. And then chop is where your hand swings out and chops forward. Wing, chop, wing. It's like you're flinging something. Chop, wing, chop. Other side, left hand, wing, chop. And so as I do this, I feel these beautiful arcs of movement in my torso. Wing, chop, wing, chop. We'll do a double wing chop. Oh, too funny. So bring both elbows back, lifting through the chest, and then chop. Wing, chop. One more time. Wing, and chop. Nice. Bring both feet so they're wide and just lean forward. So your hands are leaning forward, your head is leaning forward, and just feel into the back of your rib cage and kind of wiggle or like lift your shoulders or rock yourself from side to side. So I feel this feeling of like really meeting. It's like a really tight jumper across my back right now, but it's not my jumper, it's my back. And then I kind of try to wiggle a bit like neoprene or getting into a wetsuit. How would you wiggle a bit to create some movement in your spine? Maybe rock your head or reach your fingers, or I really like reaching one hand and then reaching another hand, and to really start to mobilize all the way down into my sit bones. Nice. Come up to sit. Tuck your left foot in and then reach forward with your right hand. Sandwich. It's been ages since we've done sandwich. So sandwich is where you're at a picnic and you're trying to reach for a sandwich on the plate in front of you. And really have that sense of reach. It's like just out of, I just need to go a little bit further with my reaching. Nice. Come all the way back. Both feet wide. Tuck your right foot in and then reach with your left hand forward. Reaching, reaching. And then come back. Change. Left foot in, right hand forward. And then right foot in, left hand forward. And the hand beside me is really acting as scaffolding. I have this awesome scaffolding. My head is dropping more and more down towards the floor as I create more and more movement and connection into the length of the back of my body. Notice where you can touch, and can you go a little bit further? Notice and touch. Nice. The next one is called cake. So you're going to reach both hands forward. So you lost mobility, but you're into stability now. So reach both hands forward. Touch. Come back, change legs. Reach both hands forward. Touch. One more time each side. Forward. Touch. All the time I'm changing my legs from one side to the other. Touch. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Rock so that you find your sit bones, you find the back of the sacrum, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, and then hold on to your ankles and sit up really tall. Keep holding on with the left hand and just sweep your right hand behind you and just rub your back or scratch your back. You're not aiming anywhere in particular. Where can you touch at the back of your body with your hand? How would you scratch an itch at the back right now? And then change. Hold on with your right hand and bring your left hand behind you. What would you touch there? How would you straighten out your t-shirt or something over there behind you? Nice. So stay here or try both hands behind you. How would you bring both hands behind you? Or do they come to your hips, or do they come like where? So we'll start again. Bring your hands to your knees and then slide your hands backwards, and do they come to your hips, or can you bring your hands behind you and just see that? Sitting up tall wherever you are, lean into your chest. Nice. Release. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Roll your shoulders. Nice. Sitting tall, drop your ear down towards the right. Closing your eyes as you do this. Come back to center. Drop your ear down towards the left. And as you let this happen, as you drop your ear down towards the right, let the whole right side kind of more. But follow, rather than it being choreographed, let it be a feeling. You're coordinating to follow the neck down. And when I do this, I feel the side of the spine that I'm lengthening as I do this. And I really feel like, oh, that feels so wonderful to really rock from side to side and lean in. And can you go further? You know, can you bring your elbow? So if I start thinking about elbow, I lose the feeling in my spine. So when I go further, my bum on the opposite side is getting a little bit lighter. And just notice that. Nice. Turn and look over your left shoulder. And turn and look over your right shoulder. My chin is going down. I very rarely look around my shoulder with my head really tall. Instead, I'll drop my head down. So notice, we'll look at that. So just turn your head with your head really upright, and you'll only go so far. Okay? Turn your head in the other direction with your head really upright. You only go so far. But to look behind us, we tend to go and then round our back and look back more down and back. And we actually get to see much further. Notice that in you. Down and back. And we're looking around the corner. Down and back. One more time. Down and back. Nice. Come lie on the floor. Come rest in and just bring your hands to your heart. Legs are bent, legs are long as you wish. So wherever you are in time and space, whether it be now here with me, whether it be later on this morning, this evening, tomorrow, whether it be in years to come, because who knows who's going to be doing these in years to come. Just feel that connectivity of community, of tribe, of people turning up and noticing and connecting to your body, but also connecting to the bigger sense of us as well. Just feel it in this moment as you rest, as you pause. Let your heart connect out into the community. How awesome. It's really beautiful to be here. Makes my day. I hope you have a wonderful few days. So there's a week of a gap, and then we're doing pause, yoga journey, 21 days in December. I will see you then. Looking forward to it. So toodaloo, toodle pip, slán slán, adios muchachos, and I'll see you all on the 1st of December. Ciao.